Kia ora. I am Taehyun James Rhee. Simply call me TJ. I'm a director of Computational Media Innovation Centre, shortly we call it CMIC, and an associate professor of engineering and computer science at Victoria University of Wellington, New Zealand. Have you heard about Metaverse? This is a digital world where we virtually mimic real world activity. And it is very popular in many social platforms at the moment. And my talk today is for the next of the current metaverse. So I will introduce our research platform called Augmented Virtual Teleportation, which allow virtual teleportation into the live video. Then I will show you a couple of a video to introduce a couple of case studies that we actually applied our research into the real-world application. Let's start with a short introduction where I am. I am in Wellington. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand. And this is a beautiful city surrounded by ocean, beach, and famous cafe and winery. Especially, we are very proud of the best air quality among the old cities in the world. And one of the major industry of the city is creative media and digital media. And therefore, the city has been often called as a valued. So as you know that New Zealand is well known for city-like beautiful real nature, so it contributed many movies and commercials. And famous directors such as Peter Jackson and James Cameron actually lived in Wellington area. The city has strong entertainment and digital media sector and home of Oscar-winning video effect company, Weta Digital, Weta Workshop. This is the top 10 highest grossing film in the global market. As I aware, 5 out of top 10 film have been post-processed in Wellington area. To support this strong media sector, our university initiated a postgraduate program for computer graphics in collaboration with Weta Digital at 2012. And I joined their first full-time academic staff to initiate the program. And this is my first academic job. And I worked for around 9 years now. But before coming to Victoria, I worked at Samsung for 17 years as their principal researcher to lead their computer graphics and mixed reality research. So after joining Victoria, there are lots of work happened. So we made a new undergraduate program for computer graphics in 2016. And we initiate the current center, we shortly call it CMIC, from 2018. So after 9 years of hard work, Victoria University of Wellington has one of the largest computer graphics academic group in Oceania. And we built a pipeline to link academic research to industry. CMIC, the Center of Computational Media Innovation, is open 2018, and we moved to the new office in 2019. And it is located in the center of city, and our aim is to broaden the industry connection beyond the film sector and promote overseas collaboration. So this is a location of our center. As you can see, this is the middle of Wellington City. And when we zoom out, our center is located at the center of New Zealand. So this is ideal physical location for collaboration with many university and industry in this country. We have around 30 staff with 15 research staff and 10 students. And our area of focus of research can be summarized in the 3 keywords: immersive, interactive, and intelligent. Since all start with I simply call it 3I media technology. The behind research area in this 3I media technology is computer graphics, computer vision, 3D simulation and visualization, and artificial intelligence, AI, with machine learning, and virtual reality, and augmented reality, and mixed reality, etc., etc. So we are working for innovating digital technology in the media sector. We have a 3 research group work tightly together to solve complex multidisciplinary research problem and develop prototype for media platform, service, and application. Then we collaborate with academics and industry partner to foster future digital media business. So this is a brief illustration of our current collaborator from all around the world. Especially, we tightly work together with the university, 9 university in Australia and New Zealand through the ARRIVE consortium. This is one of the largest XR consortium in the world. We work tightly with many industry, for example, Google, Facebook, and NVIDIA, and Epic Games. And also our co-director is from Japan, so we work with many game studio in Japan like Bandai Namco and Square Enix. And we also work with many Korean university and industry partner. So the title was Beyond the Metaverse. What they mean? So Metaverse is one of the buzzwords at the moment to explain the new virtual environment where people can gather and communicate. Especially the importance was maximized at the moment due to the COVID pandemic and travel restriction. Since people need to have alternative way to communicate and socialization without face-to-face in-person meetup, this kind of technology has been popular and used for many social network environment. The term is actually used in the science fiction Snow Crash, written in 1992. In this metaverse, human as an avatar interact with each other in a 3D virtual space that use the metaphor of the real world. Actually, this is a very well known already. So you know the Roblox and Minecraft and Fortnite. This is a kind of metaverse that is that provide the virtual world together, communicate together. So for example, in the Fortnite, you can gather together, watch the movie in the virtual environment. And one of the old version of the metaverse is Second Life that was released in 2003. And Korea is also very advanced in this domain. This is a metaverse platform called Geppetto. It's kind of a new version of Cyber, which was very popular in Korea at early 2000. So they recently opened a Gucci shop in Geppetto. I just played the video, how it looked like. In this virtual space, they can see the new Gucci bag, but it's a virtual Gucci bag, and then gather together, watching out and communicate together. So metaverse is good, especially this is a kind of a high demand in this COVID situation, but what's the limitation of metaverse? So as you can see, metaverse is limited into the virtual space. So everything is happening in the virtual space. It's not connected to the real world yet. And it's hard to solve the real world problem and deliver the real value to real physical environment. So this is one of the scenarios that I can share. So let's assume that one of the pipe in Wellington is broken. This is like a broken very frequently. And in this case, we need immediate help from engineer, but let's assume that engineer is in Korea. So to fix the problem on site, the collaborator need to be in the same space, and then engineering Korea need to clear understand of the situation of the work site in life and communicate with the local host in life, and then they need to fix the problem together in life. So everything need to be done in life. So they need to travel from Korea to Wellington, but the travel needs lots of cost and time. And clearly, at the moment, people from Korea cannot come due to the border restrictions. So we need a solution. One of the solution of physical distancing is teleportation. So we are familiar with this kind of concept from sci-fi movies such as Star Trek. However, in order to realize it, we need a quantum jump from our current science. And let's assume that scientific problems have been solved, then engineers should be very, very careful to implement the whole technical detail for teleportation system to avoid any technical error. If any technical error happen, it causes severe health and safety issue. So traveling and being there has lots of restriction. And also it causes carbon dioxide, contributing climate change. At the moment, we have a clear travel restriction and limitation due to COVID pandemic and global border restriction. And therefore we need a alternative solution. So instead of physical travel, how about feel there using a live immersive technology? Dr. TJ said, if we can provide more immersive and interactive technology in high fidelity, we can actually feel like we are in another place. So this is a concept of telepresence. This is a virtual form of teleportation. So I try to explain the process of telepresence from space A, so where you are at, and space B, we wanted to be there and wanted to teleport. First step, digitized information of real-world surroundings of space B using live 3D capturing technology, then transfer the captured digital media to cloud server with high-speed network. Then from space A, we download the media and restructure the digital media into 3D form, then look the 3D environment of space B with immersive interface such as VR headset, like Oculus and HTC Vive. And then if we fully immersed, we can feel telepresence at space B while staying at A. If we do whole process in real time, we can realize live telepresence. So this is the solution that we provide. We call it AVT, Augmented Virtual Teleportation, it's shortly AVT. This is the name of our platform. In AVT, instead of traveling, remote engineer at Korea can stay in their physical space safely, but can have a full situational understanding in the work site through live streaming capturing. In our case, we use a 360 live capturing camera, and then they can see the media in his VR headset, such as Oculus, and then they can feel like they are in the actual work site. On the other hand, local host at the work site wears augmented reality goggles, so the see-through display, such as HoloLens and the Google Glass, and then they can, he can communicate face-to-face with remote travelers 3D avatar, which is overlaid on top of the 360 camera. And then they can collaborate, communicate together in this mixed reality environment, mixture of real space and virtual information augmented in life. So ABT is a asymmetric platform. What does that mean? Because remote traveler in works will traveler in the different space are having the virtual reality technology, and the local host who are in the actual work site is using the augmented reality technology. So they are having different setup, virtual reality and augmented reality, and they work together in a live mixed reality space with a virtual object and a real world object. So a little bit, it's like a new concept. Many current platform is only for VR, only for AI, but this is a kind of a new novel concept that converge this kind of two virtual reality and augmented reality into augmented platform. So we built a working platform for AVT. This is AR host view on site. Here, the yellow person is teleported from the remote space. And as you can see, they collaborate in live in mixed reality workspace. This is not a concept video, it's actual video that we captured. So ABT can be applied for broad applications. So we evaluate the potential with case studies in various application scenario and sectors. The first part is the tourism. We did a case study for a virtual tour with Singapore Airline and Wellington Airport. People actually sit in the tri-show in the picture with a VR headset and controller. Then they virtually travel to destination of a Singapore Airline and experience the local culture in mixed reality. The original installation at the Wellington Airport supposed to be a few weeks, but it was extended for 3 months by their request. And also it has been tested for remote interior design. We work with Wayfair, one of the largest online furniture company in US. They provided 3D furniture, so we can have some like interior simulation with actual furniture, 3D furniture, which is actually related to the real furniture in real space. We can change the layout and check the lighting. And as you can see, the shadow and lighting is automatically computed. That's our technology that we have built from our computer graphics research, and that it has been applied for real application. And it is also can be used for the virtual production of film. So in order to make a film, a director need to go out to the scene location and then check out the lighting, how it look like, and where is the position to put drag on, how the lighting works, how the shadow is cast. That kind of thing can be done. This like a remote platform online, and for example, Peter Jackson, and then Peter Jackson is here. So James Cameron can stay in LA and work with the film crew at Wellington for making their next Avatar film. This is our recent case study with a Maori community. We tested virtual visit of Te Ruapika site. This is one of the important historic sites in New Zealand, where the last battle between Maori warrior and British colony was happened. There was no winner of the battle, and it is got a good influence for the Treaty of Waitangi. And very recently, we expand our platform to live broadcasting with real-time visual effect. We applied it to K Festival, one of the largest Korean Kiwi cultural event, happened in Auckland, August, 2 months ago. And we had a hybrid concert at that time. We had 20,000 physical audience. And also we applied it for online people to join for the concert virtually. We developed a platform to control multiple live streaming 360 camera and add live cinematic video effect and broadcast it to YouTube 360 channel globally. So there were more than 2,000 virtual visit for this our online virtual live concert. We also set up Excel hotspot in Wellington in our center to provide a virtual teleportation experience to the concert. Actually, it was reported by New Zealand TV1 and broadcast to their main news channel at 6. So they made a very good story for explaining us. So I will just share this video today.
Whether your tastes run to kimchi or K-pop, a Korean cultural festival in Auckland today had it all on offer. It even gave those outside the city a chance to get in on the action virtually. Simon Mersick reports.
There was plenty to see, plenty to taste, and plenty to marvel at.
So we are having the first ever K festival here today. So it's like, we just want to celebrate our culture. The message here we want to deliver is better together. So it's always better together.
Korea's famous for cutting-edge technology, and one Korean expert had an idea. You see, the festival featured a concert of many cultures. But what if you couldn't get to Auckland to enjoy the concert? Well, maybe some help from science fiction. Something like
energize and detonate.
Yep, teleportation. Well, nearly. Virtual teleporting, they call it.
I think this is kind of very unique. Probably I can say the world's first in this kind of combination.
So, using 360-degree cameras set up around the stage and a set of virtual reality goggles, you could enjoy the concert live, as this group did in Wellington today.
I felt as if I were there in the venue. It was amazing and fantastic.
It just gives you vertigo. It's as if you're kind of floating on the ceiling, looking down.
Lovely. You really feel you're there. This is called immersion.
And as the technology gets more widely used, what could be next? Could you go to Eden Park and watch the All Blacks play?
Of course, why not?
Who knows, soon we may all be able to choose between being there in person or virtually. Simon Mersick, One News.
Whether your tastes run to...
Okay, so this is what I prepared so far and for this today. And there's one thing that I wanted to shortly promise. Actually, I'm hosting a major computer graphics conference in Wellington next Monday. I start from 18th of October. This is the first time to have this conference in Southern Hemisphere. And there are many exciting talks, including special session from Meta Digital and XR and game. And this is fully virtual conference. And we have some Metaverse platform together to meet people as avatar and also watch the presentation online. This is based on the Zoom, but it's connected with our Metaverse platform. So if you wanted to know more about my topic today, you have a chance to visit in Pacific Graphics. Thank you. This is what I prepared today. Hope you enjoyed my story. And so this is kind of a general thing that I wanted to mention at the end. I think research and science start from observation of problem that we are trying to attack and tackle, and try to find a way to solve the problem in a creative way. And finally, we need to develop solution with the critical thinking. So hope my talk could show good example of this research process, and especially to show how we address the state of quo, like something like COVID situation, travel restriction, through research in a creative way, and deliver actual value to the people's life. Thank you. That's what I prepared today. Thank you for being with me, and I hope to have some Q&A session. Thank you.